Alright boys, welcome back to another video. Knicks Daily here. Today we're going to be discussing the game last night against the Miami Heat. I wrote down in my notes some topic points. We're going to talk about Brunson's passing, bench minutes, field goal percentage, defensive field goal percentage, and Karl-Anthony Towns. So let's just start off with the first one, and that is Jalen Brunson's passing. So last night, his shot was off. Let's just be real here for a second. 6 of 18 in 36 minutes, 22 points. It just was not a very characteristic game of Brunson. I'm not here to say that, oh, well, why is he shooting so inefficiently? Come on. It's more so of he was missing layups, missing open jumpers that he normally knocks down. Now, Brunson still finished with 22 and 9. It goes to show of how great he truly is. Only turned the ball over once. I mean, overall, Brunson was a +5. Like, he had a good game. But the thing that I've loved the most about Brunson so far this season is that his shot hasn't always been on, but he's still distributing. And I think that's definitely a good thing. It's really a good sign of things to come for, of course, number 11. In terms of the next point, that's going to be the bench minutes. So I got a couple of comments saying, oh, well, how come we only played 3 guys off of the bench? And you have to truly think about it for a second. We're without Precious Achiuwa, Landry Shamet, and, of course, Mitchell Robinson. Shamet probably will end up rejoining the team. Maybe we end up recalling TJ Warren, who's in our G League right now. Mitchell Robinson will be back next year sometime around January. Once we get those guys back out there, certainly we're going to go deeper to the bench. But even looking at who we have now, we've got Tyler Kolek and Ariel Hukporti. I mean, Cam Payne's been okay. He played in 12 minutes, didn't score at 5 assists. Does what he's supposed to, being the point guard. And then Sims, 9 minutes, 2 points, and 3 rebounds. I mean, he was okay. He's a -6. Miles McBride, who was a -3 in 25 minutes, but nobody here is concerned about Deuce. I mean, he had 10 points in 25 minutes. If you get a guy off your bench scoring 10 points, that's very, very good. I just think that we should increase our rotation and get some of these guys in there because McCullough played 40 minutes. Josh Hart played 42 minutes, and he was questionable coming into this game. He was also questionable coming into the Cleveland game. Brunson, 36 minutes. Cat, 39 minutes. OG, 37 minutes. Now, if we didn't play our starters that many minutes, do we lose this game? Probably, if I'm being honest. But at the same time, we're thinking long term here. If the Knicks had lost this game, nobody would really care that much just because they realize there's 82 games. And again, the team isn't healthy. You've got 2 new guys in the starting lineup. And it's not like you've got 2 just decent average level starters. No, you've got Mikal Bridges, who's a borderline all-star. And then you've got Karl-Anthony Towns, who's an all-NBA type of guy. So you're trying to move on from Dante and Randall, 2 starters, and you add in 2 starters. So it's going to take a lot of reps. The preseason wasn't enough. The first 4 games wasn't enough. But our only 2 losses, we were up, 12-13 in that Cavs game. And then Boston, they were shooting 75% from 3, talking about their starters at the end of 3 quarters. Nobody in the league was winning that game. So I'm not too concerned with the Knicks. And then talking about my next 2 points, the first one is we're second in field goal percentage. The Knicks have been highly efficient. We're not taking many threes. That's the thing. We did get up 40 in this one. We made 18 of them, but we're shooting, I don't know in the season, but we shot 48.8% in this one. We were shooting, I think, 50% coming into this game. So the Knicks are scoring. They're getting buckets. But at the same time, you guys heard the other thing is that we're 26 in defensive field goal percentage. I think the reason for that is just flat out chemistry. We've got good defenders. It's also just Darius Garland give us absolute work the last game, of course, on Monday night. And I'm going to pull up that and just show you guys. Like Garland looked like a man possessed. I mean, he scored just 34 points on 12 of 19. Donovan Mitchell scored 25. Mobley 17. Allen 15. So, I mean, Dean Wade was 0-5 from 3. He only scored 1 point. It was a free throw late in the game when he was fouled. But everyone else in the starting lineup gave us, they scored 26 as well because we weren't able to buy buckets. So sometimes our offense does disappear. Sometimes it's red hot and can't miss. Like that third quarter for the Knicks, it seemed like the Heat were pulling away, and all of a sudden Brunson 3, Bridges 3 ball, and we're attacking the basket, and there we go. So it just goes to show that the Knicks have shown flashes of being a very, very great team, but they're still trying to consistently figure it out. And once we do get that chemistry down and get guys back, right? I'm talking about Achiuwa and Shamet, 2 key guys to our rotation, and then Mitchell Robinson, who probably is going to slide into the starting 5. We'll move Josh Hart back to the bench. I mean, you've got to realize it's a long season, and I'm not too concerned with where the Knicks are at. I'm not really concerned at all, if I'm being honest, right? I'm not going to be mad about the Celtics having a historic shooting night. I'm not going to be mad about letting the Cavs, who I believe are still undefeated to this point. Yeah, Cleveland is 4-0. Let me just double check that. Cleveland is 5-0. So yeah, blew out the Lakers. That's right. So yeah, the Cavs are 5-0. We had a double-digit lead and we squandered it. Okay, cool. Let's move on to the next one. We beat the Heat, and now we've got a couple of games that we've just got to go out there and get. Our next game is against Detroit. That's on Friday night, Knicks. So we're gonna take on. Damn, I just realized I scheduled a date Friday night. I'm gonna miss the game. That's unfortunate. I probably shouldn't have. I should have put it to Saturday, but just remembered that. But the Pistons game, I mean, I'll get that video out Saturday. It's the Detroit Pistons. I don't think anyone's gonna really care about a video after that one. But the Houston Rockets Monday night, that's gonna be a fun one. Last time we went to Houston, remember Brunson got called for a foul and a 3-point shot, and we ended up losing that one. It was a terrible call. It was disgusting. We didn't have a challenge, so that's why you want to save your challenge for the very end. But then we've got Atlanta. Milwaukee's struggling this year. I mean, the Bucks are 1-3 with Damian Lillard and Giannis Antetokounmpo. I believe they still have Chris Middleton as well. So it's just very, very crazy to think that a team with Giannis and Dame can be that bad. But looking at my last point on my notes, that's going to be Karl Anthony Towns. It's been 4 games. Let's not overreact and say that the Knicks won the trade or anything like that. But he's averaging 23 points, 11 boards, which is top 10 in the NBA, 2 assists. He's shooting 59% from the field and 73% from 3, which is first in the league. Cat last night scored the most points in a game by a Knicks starting center since Patrick Ewing. So think about that for a second. Cat, he's the best big we've had, at least in my opinion, since Ewing. I don't think anyone would say it's Porzingis. I mean, Porzingis was good, but I mean, Cat's just on a different level with the way he can shoot the basketball, rebound, protect the rim. He's also a very underrated passer. I mean, Cat, he had a season where he averaged about 5 assists a game. So this dude can just do it all. I think him and Brunson are going to be special together. But just having a big who can go out there and drop as many points as Cat did. Yeah, Cat ended up scoring 44 points. Just to have a big that can go out there and do that is just unbelievable. Randall could go out there and have high-scoring games, but he wasn't doing it with his outside shooting. This floor is being spaced very well for the Knicks, and it just changes everything. You're seeing a lot of guys go one-on-one. OG, Mikal, Brunson, even Josh Hart. I mean, I'm loving the spacing. This is just absolute music to my ears. I get the Knicks got blown out by the Celtics, but in a 7-game series, if you want to beat them, you've got to space the floor, and you've got to sort of beat them at their own game. And that's going to be shooting the 3 ball and doing the best you can defensively. And I just like the way the Knicks are built, and I'm happy with where the team's at. The efficiency is great. Defense needs to get better, though, which it will. Remember, our defense was very, very bad to start last season, and we ended up getting it to the best in the league when we got OGs.